morning, everybody. Michelle is here. Michelle is here on this beautiful Sunday, May 10th, 2026. And if I'm not mistaken, it's Mother's Day for a lot of you. A lot of you are celebrating your mothers. Since my mom has passed away, I no longer celebrate those days. I'll remember her birthday, of course, and celebrate that, the way I choose to do so. But I am kind of riding around looking into at a particular area, and it's obvious this place is gone to hell, as they say. And I say that because I can tell this area was once flourishing, and everything was kind of, everything was moving. But now, everything appears to be, it appears to be a ghost town, actually. And it's obvious people were working in those places, but they look like abandoned buildings. Ghost towns, as I said. And sadly, the bills are due metaphor, meaning there's always bad apples spoiling the whole bunch, and chances are there were some fraudulent activities going on and fleecing, and some people able to find loopholes and know how to kind of, take, believing resources are going to last forever. And so it's obvious that has happened for decades upon decades, for millennia, it's been happening. And there's evidence of it. There's really evidence of it, because if something is solid, let me explain this to you. If you have a solid foundation, it will last. Okay? You cannot allow someone to snatch the rug from underneath your feet if you are on solid ground. Meaning, a lot of us, we all do this. We live paycheck to paycheck. We bite off more than we can chew. We take on more credit than we know that we can handle, and blah, blah, blah. So here we are, facing each other and dealing with the consequences of all of this. Now, there were and will always be genuinely righteous people. That's just how it's been. There will always be righteous people doing the right things and doing the best they can to set examples for themselves, for their children, for their relatives. Set these beautiful examples, whereas they leave legacies behind that illustrate the importance of being righteous and doing the right things and working hard, not just listening to this rambling advice of the hierarchical structure claiming, don't work hard, work smart. Okay, that's nothing more, nothing less than bullshit. It's a fallacy. And chances are, when someone says that, they're dealing in fraud. And I'll say it. You need to work hard and smart. You can't just go around looking for the easy way out and always doing as minimal work as possible. So I find it quite interesting when I look, ride around in certain areas. You can tell that there's something, if something is set up in a day or two, and then something simply stops flowing and the whole thing collapses, what does that tell you? Okay, that's just a metaphor to consider and think about. If you are built on solid ground, you will take your time to build it step by step by step by step, and you make sure everything is in order. You make sure everything is working properly, and you're just not looking for the easy, quick schemes and the quick way out, which a lot of people are doing and have done. And now, as they say, the bills are due, and a lot of people are just fleeing. Leaving certain buildings abandoned with equipment still in it. It's just people are not there. So just take a ride around in your neighborhood and see if you can pick up on subtle things that are happening. And no one has to know you're doing that. You don't have to share on social media, because a lot of people are going to get offended if you do, because you're pointing out some things that that obviously supports what I'm saying. But you could tell it wasn't built on solid ground. It was a rush job. Now the bills are due. That credit period is over. The bills are due, and now people are attempting to just clean up and get the hell out of town, or get the hell out of Dodge. So just ride around, look, even on this beautiful Mother's Day that you're celebrating. Get out there, take a look around, and ask yourself, okay, what can I do to improve my circumstances, whereas I will not be living on shaky ground. I will be on a solid foundation, and I'll make sure I'm righteous, regardless of what everybody else is doing. I'm not rushing. I'm not, being greedy and taking and taking and taking and taking, and not realize that, resources do not last forever. Peace and love all over the stars and moon and mountains. At the end of the day, it's about universal love. And universal love is extended to everything on this planet, including the beautiful planet Earth itself. Trust me, I will be back.